Hey guys, Hailey, Lain, aka Key Black here, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Cuff. And today, I wanted to talk about a certain anime series that, like many others, I took way too long to finally dip my toes into, and that is Rurouni Kenshin. Like a lot of the other series that I've talked about on this channel that, I went back and looked into much, much later in my life, I knew about Kenshin growing up. I followed Shonen Jump magazine at least to read One Piece and Yu-Gi-Oh, even if I didn't really follow anything else in that magazine. And so occasionally I would see a chapter of Kenshin. I think the first chapter of Kenshin that I ever read, I don't remember it very clearly, but it was Kenshin fighting against this guy who had oil in his belly, and he had this wick sticking out of his mouth that he would chomp down on and I guess use fire, he'd breathe fire or something like that. That's about as that's where it gets hazy for me. I don't remember the specifics beyond that, but I remember that being a really interesting, weird villain design, and that's what stuck out in my memory. And then aside from that, the only other thing that I can remember encountering growing up was this YouTube upload of somebody doing a cosplay skit with Rurouni Kenshin versus Samurai Champloo. There was this swordsmanship kind of choreographed thing that they did on stage. For years, that was about all I knew about Kenshin. It was like this, okay, so there's a samurai guy who's kind of got a secret backstory, and that's it. I wasn't really that interested in looking it up. It wasn't until very recently, Jess, we were working on something, and Jess showed me this. First off, she showed me a clip from the intro, and it was the sequence where it's Kenshin fighting against the three guys with the straw hats, which fantastic animation. Oh my god. I was shocked that the opening music is that upbeat and cute. So that was already like, whoa, this is Kenshin? And then she showed me one of the chapters of the manga, and I can't remember the character's name, God help me, but it's that guy with the really creepy smile. Kenshin and Kaoru are kind of having a moment on the riverbed, and Kenshin tells Kaoru, please just go home, I'll be back soon, wait for me there. And they kind of have this mutual understanding, this very sweet, all right, I trust you kind of moment. And this guy whips out of nowhere on a boat on the riverbed and snatches Kaoru right in front of Kenshin. And I'm like, all right. All right, yeah, that's the kind of story that I do like. I do enjoy this. Oh my, okay, I'm gonna check this out. And, she warned me, okay, the anime's not nearly as well paced as the manga. If you're interested in the story stuff, read it first. But, for me, I'm like, okay, roger that. However, I never grew up with this stuff, and I know that this was on Toonami, so I know I missed out on that. So I'm gonna watch some of the anime to check it out, see what that's like, and see, what are the vibes that I missed out on growing up watching this, It's been super cute. I was floored at the animation quality in the first episode, first off. That was already, really fantastic. I was also surprised that Kenshin's voice is as high-pitched as it is. I guess I was kind of expecting it to be this somewhat deeper, smoother kind of voice, and then it would get more rough when Hitokiri Batosai comes out, or whatever have you. But no, it's this very, I think he's voiced by a woman. I haven't looked it up. I'm very proud of myself. I haven't looked up to spoil anything about Kenshin for myself beyond the existence of that one chapter. And I've been very deliberately trying to experience it blind, because it's man, you know what? This definitely feels like it would have been, I mentioned in the Poirot, Agatha Christie's Great Detectives Poirot and Marple episode previously, Babby's first detective story. This feels very much like Babby's first main character is secretly a terrible person with a horrible past, but he's turned his life around and become a really sweet guy, that kind of trope. And you guys already know how much of a soft spot I have for that kind of trope in media. Hell, I played that kind of character when I played my first D&D campaign. Berkeley Tate was intended to be much the same kind of thing. And also, I was surprised to see that the very obvious kawaii romantic stuff is actually featuring pretty front and center in this. I kind of thought it was going to be relegated to C-plot stuff, but no, it's right there. So I'm just oh, I like this stuff. I am seeing that the pacing is indeed very slow in the anime, so I'm probably going to switch over to reading the manga at some point soon, just to be all right, got it, get to the next point, please. but I've been having a lot of fun just like having it on and just watching it as a very chill thing to cool down in the evenings. I've also been enjoying the soundtrack. I've been having that playing while I've been doing my work for the last couple of days, and you know, another one of those, like, I wasn't expecting this. I was not expecting the Samurai series to be full of guitar riffs, but I've been enjoying it. It's been fun. So I think I'm gonna cap it off there, guys. Thanks so much for listening and for watching. I do plan on continuing with Rurouni Kenshin, and, you know, if there's more stuff that develops, I will absolutely be talking about that. I definitely intend to talk more about that one chapter that I mentioned once I get back to it and actually have the full context with it. So guys, thanks again, and I will see you in the next episode.